Hi, I have a question for you. If I could offer you the closest thing to a magic pill without any of the side effects that every single drug comes with, bar none, would you take it, knowing that you were going to sacrifice something quite substantial? And that thing that's quite substantial is the transformation that comes with reversing an illness holistically. I've been helping people reverse illness for about 8 years now. And I've also been studying a lot of people who have reversed incurable illnesses and irreversible conditions. And everyone, without exception, really has some kind of shift in awareness. You could almost call it an awakening. People who have a really serious crisis, it's often spoken about how crisis leads us to kind of do the work. And people who do the work, they go down the holistic route, experience a huge shift in their consciousness, in awareness. And this is something that I have a personal challenge with in terms of offering something that could potentially be curable, because it denies people the option and the opportunity to get to the cause of why their body has started to present symptoms to them. A lot of people think they have a genetic disease or a incurable illness, where really they have chronic symptoms of an underlying cause. Are symptoms that the body creates like warning lights indicating that the body is out of balance. If we just take a pill, even if it comes with no side effects, and even if this pill isn't a digestible, it's something else, because I have come across something quite close to this. If one takes this or uses this thing and they don't do any of the other work, they don't get to experience the transformation that people have when they go from sickness to vitality, whether it's 4 weeks or 8 weeks or 12 weeks or anything thereafter or before. So if I were to offer this, I'd be denying you of a transformation. And this is a little challenge that I have, but I do have something which is very close to a magic pill. So would you deny yourself of the transformation physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, which comes with the crisis of an illness, going within, doing the work, figuring out where the toxins are coming from, which is ultimately one of the causes of illness, one of the main causes of illness, chronic inflammation, is toxicity and or chronic stress. So there's mental and emotional pillars of vitality. I call them the 4 pillars of vitality. So if one just takes a magic pill, they're going to deny themselves of all of this and the transformation that comes out the other side. Finally, the energetic pillar. This is one which I believe, I consider it like a reward. I'm going to stop doing this. I'm probably never going to stop doing that. I consider it like a reward that people get to once they go down this path, this vitality journey, I call it. And the world of energy is often not even in people's awareness, let alone something that they're going to utilize to reverse an illness. You might have seen some of my posts at Dr. Joe Dispenza Advanced Retreat this week. I've been reposting from the previous one in December and also the one in June last year. And people are reversing incurable illnesses, often spontaneously, by tapping into the quantum field, the world of energy, divinity, pure consciousness, whatever word works for you. You might be hearing me going, what are you talking about? Because right now it's not in your awareness. But once you go down the path of healing, it starts to become in your awareness. You turn off the mainstream media, you turn off exposure to other things, and you start to discover all of this information that's been around since the beginning of time. You tap into nature, the power of the nature codes, and you start to detoxify the body, refuel, release emotions, release the trauma, and get to the cause. It's a transformation that happens for so many people. Some people reverse cancer holistically, and they say, cancer saved my life, and they become grateful for the cancer because without it, they wouldn't know that their body was toxic. And then it enabled them to go on a deep dive. Some people have the time, of course, to go on a deep dive. Some people might not have the time and then go and choose the conventional treatment, of course. But if one has the time, as you might have seen with a friend of mine called Mark recently, who's recently reversed cancer, and I was one of his supporting team, on his supporting team. And some people do have that time, and they go down the kind of reverse engineering path, figuring out where the toxins are coming from, and really fueling up. So that's a much longer video than I was expecting to do, but I'd love to know your thoughts. Would you rather do a journey, or would you just take the easy option? We're wired for convenience. I wonder what your answer is going to be. Or would you do both? If it's the vitality journey, hit me up in a private message or link below, or message me below, comment below, or private message me, and I'll let you know. And I'll also tell you about this closest thing I've found to a magic pill if you want to take the easy option. Happy Friday.